What is going on, guys? It is Ty the Jeep Guy, and behind me we got Judith the Jeep. We are out here in one of my all-time favorite areas. I always love coming down here to explore, but we're gonna go on an adventure. All we got to do is air down and make sure we're ready to go. So let's get started. Now, we do have two predicaments we're gonna be working around today. One, last time when I was down in this area, it was a little soft. Now, that doesn't mean we can't get out and play, but it does change how we get out and play. You know, we gotta make sure we're airing down to minimize our impact. We gotta make sure we're going through the mud, not around it. That way we don't widen the trail, and making sure we're going as slow as possible, but as fast as necessary to clear the mud. Now, also, as you can see right behind me, and well, right in front of me, there's a controlled burn going on right now. And I want to make sure I'm staying out of their way. I don't know 100% if the route that I'm going to be running will intersect the area they'll be in, but I guess we'll find out together. So let's air down and we'll hit the trail. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the wind. I think that's going to be something we'll be fighting today too. Yesterday, I sat inside all day at a first aid training course, and it was absolutely beautiful, no wind, perfect drone weather. Then today, I come out to film, and it's windy as all get out, so hopefully it doesn't give us too much of a challenge while filming today. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Wrenchhead's Garage in Rapid City. He did my disc brake conversion for me, and it's actually a three-way tie between the disc brake conversion, my rock rails, and man, really, I think these two upgrades have got to be my favorite two upgrades of all time. The Jeep has been driving great, so thanks again, Chris. I really appreciate it. Now that we're back into the quietness of the Jeep, I rewatched the intro clips, and I'll try and do all my talking in here because the wind noise is pretty bad. But either way, Jeep's aired down. I got my Avenza maps pulled up, and I've got my route kind of planned, so let's hit it. This is the third time I'll say this today. The Black Hills is so incredibly diverse. Now, the trails we've been riding today ended up being way soupier than I anticipated, and we got a little too close for comfort to Wildfire across the road that way. So we changed trail systems. This one is way drier, thank God, because my Jeep is covered in mud. But we have a new destination. We are going to the, I'm not gonna say the name on YouTube because last time I said a name somewhere, it got destroyed. So we're going somewhere cool, and I found the other thing along this route that I wanted to find too, which you can kind of see it hiding up there. actually, from here. So we're gonna go ahead and shut Judith off, give her a much needed rest, grab some water, and we'll head up to this little spot. So to clarify why I did that, there was 2 dead treetops. They had snapped from their respective bases and they were hanging and leaning on top of a very much alive tree. Now these 2 dead treetops were blocking the trail, so people were going around it. So all I did was I cut the 2 dead treetops out and I left the very much alive one still intact. That way people can pass through down the middle again. Alright guys, well, before I start filling up and heading back to Rapid, I figured I'd wrap up the day that we had. Covered about 65, almost 70 off-road miles, but it also took us about 6.5, 7 hours to do that, just because, again, you know, I said it a million times today with how soft the trails were. I just want to make sure I was doing everything I could to leave as little impact, which we did. We got to see some awesome stuff, some stuff that I've been to before, some stuff that's been on my radar that I've wanted to see. We just covered a lot of ground. So to the 130 to 200 people that usually watch my videos, thank you big time for tuning in. I absolutely love getting to share my creativity and recording my trips and stuff like that and the adventures in the hills. So thanks again for watching, and don't forget keep on jeeping on.
The thrill of the wild. One vehicle captures that feeling with the strength and agility to master most any terrain. Nothing stands in its way. Jeep like nothing you've ever driven.
There's a feeling